Welcome to this channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe to our channel. In the news, Muslims didn't create Nigeria. People who became Christians did so after British colonized it. Who said this? Ahmed, Northern Elder and spokesperson of the Northern Elders Forum, Akim Baba Ahmed, has clarified that Nigeria was founded as a secular nation through collective effort rather than by followers of any single religion. Speaking during an interview on Trust TV, he addressed growing misconceptions surrounding the country's historical and constitutional foundation, particularly claims that Nigeria belongs to a specific religious group. Baba Ahmed explained that the Nigeria constitution was drafted through contributions from both Muslims and Christians who were united by a common goal of building a functional nation. He said the constitution was intentionally framed to ensure neutrality in religious matters and to guarantee freedom of worship for all citizens. He noted that attempts to present the constitution as a biased document written to favor one religion over another are misleading and dangerous. He further stated that Nigeria did not emerge out of a religious movement, but from colonial amalgamation under British rule, which brought diverse cultures, ethnicities, and faiths together. He pointed out that Christianity became widespread in Nigeria only after colonialism, and those who converted were not involved in establishing the country's foundation. According to him, Nigeria's origin and structure were shaped by political, not religious considerations. Baba Ahmed emphasized that despite the challenges of diversity, Nigerians have made significant progress in learning to coexist. He urged citizens to acknowledge the nation's plural identity and avoid revisionist narratives that fuel division. In his remarks, he said the constitution was not written by Muslims, it wasn't written by Christians of Nigeria. The constitution was drafted by Nigerians, Muslims and Christians, and they chose to make it clear that Nigeria is a secular country. He urged Nigerians to uphold unity, tolerance, and respect for the constitutional framework that guarantees peaceful coexistence. This are submission of Baba Ahmed Akim. Yes, it's like the report said, is a spokesperson for the Northern Elders Forum. As regards the constitution of this country, inside it, they have already, those who sat down to put this document have already indicated neutrality in terms of religion and every other things. And Nigeria is a neutral secular state. That's what the constitution also say. So when people begin to, bring this religious differentiation, ethnic polarity, and all sorts of things, we know it's the work of politicians. And we all know right from the beginning that been issue. Nigeria wasn't amalgamated or joined together based on religion. It wasn't formed around ethnicity. It was just looking at a protectorate, northern protectorate, then southern protectorate, and bringing them together. They didn't even bother to say, oh, southern protectorate, let's say eastern and western protectorate. They just said southern and northern, meaning that they didn't even give consideration to ethnicity, that Nigeria should be united, one united, undivided state, irrespective of ethnic difference, language difference, religious difference, family difference. But it's a pity today that our politicians, were began to explore, understand, and exploit this avenue in order for them to win election, in order for them to also confuse the populace so that they will not ask for their right. They throw little carrot and begin to give stick again. And Nigerians also, of course, in their so-called not being so clear, I don't want to use that word, they couldn't, they just believe the politicians, and the same cycle continue. Even when military came to power too, they were busy using political tactics too, that they say they will hand over, and so they will extend it and extend until people got fed up. And when they brought in the Democrats again, the so-called politicians, they started doing their thing again, and Nigerians are now being polarized, especially along ethnic line and religious line. Of course, sometimes you see the likes of the politician, when they want to campaign, they begin to campaign along this line. I could remember, I think a year ago, that the former vice president who has an ambition to contest for presidency, began to talk about ethnic, slurs as far as it can concerned, that the northern people shouldn't vote for the current president again because he's, causing hardship and suffering for the northerners and things like that. And they are busy, selling propaganda, giving, false narratives, such that those who are not prone to, reading, or they are not exposed to Google and to look at what is happening globally, they just believe what they hear, just hearsay. And as a result of that, these are the foot soldiers that vote, and they are the ones that can be easily fooled. But then, as far as the likes of the Baba Ahmed is coming out to speak, I think to a large extent, they should ensure that this kind of statements are also played even in local languages, so that they repeat this kind of broadcast in all the nooks and crannies of the country, in all our different local languages, so that everyone will understand what is happening and what is going on, so that nobody will stand up tomorrow and begin to say, no, we are this and that, we own this country, this is our religion, we are born to rule, and all those kind of things. So no sane person will just come, get up and begin to utter statements like that. Very, very important. Now, number two, I think we need to really speak more also on the issue of religion, that our clergymen, whether in the church or in the mosque or in the traditional setting, they should take it upon themselves to make sure that they give necessary information that are as clear as as clean water to the people, not that they should indoctrinate and brainwash and begin to, incite people to do wrong thing. I remember some of the dirty things that were done even in the north, stoning somebody to death because he spoke against your religion, or and all sort of things, killing people for religious purposes, burning houses, displacing people, and all sort of things like that. No, I think it is high time that we begin to educate Nigerians. The National Orientation Agency should pick up the assignment and do more of this thing, so that even the so-called illiterate who only understand the native language could hear the news or the information in the native language. And then from time to time, government too should move close to the people and everyone around them too. Let us leave bias and let's be objective and be realistic about our country. As far as Nigeria is concerned today, the constitution has made it clear that it's a neutral, secular state. So anybody coming to play religious card is an enemy of the state. They don't want this country to move forward. That's just the point. Don't forget to like our station and make sure you share. Give us your thumbs up. Thank you.